just look at them, laughing, chatting it up, having a great time, and living in blissful ignorance that soon their time on Matcha City will be up. Sadly, Vivian, Sprinkles, and also Henry, who is not pictured here, will soon be saying goodbye to Matcha City. One of these three moves off the island in this video, so stay tuned for a quick villager hunt after a couple of builds. Anyways, welcome back to the Blanket Fort, where we stay cozy and we play cozy. If you're new here, my name is Gina, and today we're going to be working on decorating a villager home and creating a transition space for kind of like the last quarter of the island. I'm getting some stuff set up for like the plans I have for the last quarter of the island. I've been pretty set on this idea for the back of the island since I started Matcha City, so I'm excited to show that to you guys pretty soon here, probably the next video. Or the next Matcha City video. But anyways, just wanted to give you a reminder to like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to see more videos from me, and to hit that notification bell if you would like to stay up to date with our journey to get Matcha City completed. So what we're doing right now is we are actually building around Sprinkle's house, and Sprinkle will not be here forever. But I wanted to go ahead and decorate around the house, and the idea was that we would do like this overgrown bamboo lawn for her. So I really like how this turns out. I really wanted it to be like very zen and like overgrown yet minimalistic, if that makes sense. So what we end up doing is I added the zen fencing on the back there and put that bathtub, and I think it looks so cool, especially in this lighting. And then I added a bird bath, which I think just filled in that space really nicely, and it looks just very classy and minimalistic. I added a couple of wheat fields just because they filled in some gaps, but I was trying to keep things out of the middle because, first of all, we have those bamboo trees that are blocking the middle of the lawn, but I also wanted to keep like some clean grass, almost like the lawn itself was very curated. And then to the left of Sprinkle's house was actually the peninsula, and it's a pretty big one. It's like pretty long, so wasn't really sure what to do with this. I tried putting some hedge fencing down, like trying to block it off, but I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. Started experimenting with the hedge fencing because I really liked how it looked, like, you know, going from Sprinkle's house all the way down the peninsula. I think it looked really good. And now it was just time to figure out like what do we want to do from here. So I saw, you know, the hedges make like a little cube when you put them all together, and I was like, you know what, I don't have an idea for the peninsula. We can go back and edit it later if you hate it. I kind of like this, but I decided to cover the entire peninsula in hedges. So that was a choice that was made. I like it. If you don't like it, please speak up. Because for some reason I really like it, and you'll know what I mean when we go back to Sprinkle's house after I do this. You'll see the shadows it creates and whatever, but I understand if you don't like it because people are very particular in the Animal Crossing community. They're very particular about the peninsulas. Me, I right now could not care less. So, but if you feel very strongly about the peninsula and have an idea of how I can use the peninsula, please speak up. It's okay. This is a safe space. You are allowed to judge my choices because I just make content on YouTube. You're allowed to say if you like something or you don't. But anyways, I really like how this started to turn out. I planted the lilies there. I mean, the lily of the valley there because it was super cute and I thought it fit the aesthetic. And then I went and talked to Leaf because I needed some more bushes. So he happened to be here and got some bushes from him. And now we are starting on the transition area for the last quarter of the island, maybe quarter and a half, if that's an actual thing. I don't know. But we are working on the back half of the island and trying to connect the museum to the left side of the island. So that staircase to the right that you're seeing is part of like our museum build. So we need to connect all these things together. And I was trying to think of the best way to do that. So at first I was like, okay, well, let me do a waterfall over there and then, you know, build a bridge here and then maybe build a bridge like when you come off of the incline to the museum. But I kind of took a different turn with it just because of some things that I'm planning. So we did put a bridge here, and of course it is off center because that is how this game works. And we're just gonna cope with it. And then I was like, we need to build this up. So previously I had knocked all this terraforming down, and I was like, no, our plan is just not gonna work. We need to terraform all that back up. And the new plan is that the back half of the island is all going to be on the second tier of terraforming. So it's not going to be on the ground. It's going to be on the second, cliff level. So we are going to work on building up like an entrance for the second tier. So I decided to create some little waterfalls, and we're gonna add like some bushes around it and an incline, and it's gonna look super cute. And the rest, like the back half of the island, like I said, is gonna be like second tier, because we're not gonna do any crazy terraforming with the back half of the island. And for some reason, transitioning to it being like in the second tier just made sense in my mind for what I'm planning, and you'll see what I mean like once we get to the next couple of videos, you know what I mean? Because they're gonna be a lot of work. But I wanted to make this really symmetrical and really pretty. So we did buy a log staircase from Tom Nook, and we are going to apply it there. And had to back this up a little bit because I never remember how many spaces we need to build inclines or anything like that. So yeah, now all that's left to do is we're gonna time travel a day and, get our incline in. And then after that, we are going to add some bushes and some flowers to this area. But first we gotta pay Lloyd. We gotta give him all of our monies. And then we will have an incline that we can decorate this beautiful like waterfall scenery around. Decided to plant some hardwood trees right here because, again, we are coping with this whole area being off center, and it's okay. It is okay. It is natural. It is natural, and we are not going to freak out about it. So we have those trees there. It looks okay. It looks okay. Me telling myself it looks okay. So while we're getting this all set up, wanted to give you an update on my channel. So we're going to continue working on Matcha City until it's absolutely completed. I'm going to try and put out a video every single week for Matcha City just because this is my passion. This is what I've been working on for a few months now, and I'm really excited to get it done and like release the DA so you guys can tour it. But for other projects, so on Sundays, I've been doing something called Cozy Game Sundays where we play something other than Animal Crossing, and it's usually a cozy game that I really like. So currently we are playing Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, which is a remake of Harvest Moon Wonderful Life, which is the first game I ever fell in love with, like before Animal Crossing, before Stardew Valley, before anything. I mean, I was probably like 7 years old when I played Harvest Moon for the first time on the GameCube. And so I've been playing the remake of it, and it's been amazing. It's been so much fun. If you haven't seen the most recent video, it was so much fun to play. And we are going to be looking for a husband in the next episode. So I have my eye on somebody right now for that game. So he is definitely like book talk material. You know what I mean? So that's the plan for this Sunday. Having so much fun with that. So if you guys haven't played that game or you haven't seen my videos on that, please check them out. I'm sure we'll have a good time. But yeah, other than that, I've just been thinking about like what we want to do next with Animal Crossing. Like, what is the next island theme gonna be? I kind of am leaning towards like cottagecore, but also kind of want to do something like silly and fun. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. If you guys have any ideas, feel free to let me know. But anyways, here is our finished like waterfall bridge area. I mean, it's not finished because we still have to fill up this whole thing with terraforming, move those houses, and fill up the rest of those cliffs. And then we have our finished overgrown lawn. And if you hate the peninsula, please tell me. But I really do like it. I think it turned out really good. Okay, so moving on to the villager hunt. Henry asked to leave. Thank God. It took me forever to find a villager who, one, was willing to leave and also was one of the villagers that I needed to leave. So we went on a villager hunt, and I'm just going to do a quick little recap of who we ran into. So we ran into Rhonda, we ran into Rolf, but they just didn't fit the island. Then we ran into Keaton, also didn't fit the island, but still a cutie. And then Eunice, and she's so cute, but her color scheme just like kind of doesn't fit the island. And then we ran into Chops, who is basically the bourgeoisie, and I hate him. So he was obviously not coming with us. I do not like Chops. Then finally we ran into Roswell, and I'll give you my reasons for why I think Roswell should be on the island. First of all, I like the brown and yellow color scheme. I think it kind of fits the vibe of the island. But if you see the inside of his house, like how it's like default, like set up, he has Matcha City vibes. And you guys know I pick villagers based off of vibes. I don't really have dreamies or like people I just like desperately need on the island, especially for just like just for Matcha City. I don't really have a distinct like list, you know? But Roswell kind of fit the vibe. And you guys might hate me for that decision. That decision was made. And Roswell is going to be on Matcha City, but I really like it. I'm pretty happy with that decision. So we have the plot sold. Roswell is going to be moving in, and I am super excited that we are one step closer to getting the proper villagers on this island. But anyways, that is all from me today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will see you guys on Sunday for Cozy Game Sunday. We're going to be playing Story of Seasons, and I will try to get a husband. So join us over there on Sunday for some fun. And then if not, that's okay. I will see you guys next week for another Matcha City video. Bye-bye.